Hi, I'm Miss Hearn. Let's get started. We're going to start with a circle with a center of 0, 0 and a radius of r. But we're going to talk about what the equation of a circle looks like when it has a center at 0, 0. We have this center. There's some radius r. I don't know what it is. It's the distance between the center and any random point on the circle, x, y. Here's my circle. Sort of. What we know about xy is its distance from 0, 0. So we're going to once again write down our distance formula. We know that distance is always equal to the square root of the second x coordinate minus the first squared plus the second y coordinate minus the first squared. In this case, we're going to have x1, y1 will be our 0, 0, and our x2, y2 will be our random point xy on the circle. And r, of course, is our distance d between them. So plugging that in, we would get r equals the square root of what? Good. X minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared. Good. Now I can simplify this a bit. First of all, I like to switch the sides when I write the equation of a circle. I'm going to square both sides to get rid of the radical. And of course, x minus 0 squared is just x squared. Y minus 0 squared is just y squared. So this is the standard form of a circle with a center at 0, 0 and a radius of r units. So anytime you know that a circle is centered at 0, 0, you can write the equation very easily. It's just going to be x squared plus y squared equals, and then whatever the radius is squared. So for example, if the radius was 5, you'd have x squared plus y squared equals 25. Now let's consider the more complicated scenario, which is where you don't know the center is 0, 0. It's just some random point hk. We have a circle going around that point of some radius, I don't know what. We label it r, and we have some random point xy on the circle. Once again, we're going to want to use our distance formula. So we have to identify our first pair of coordinates, x1, y1, our second pair of coordinates, x2, y2, and our distance. Okay, what are we going to let our x1, y1 be this time? Instead of 0, 0, it's going to be our center hk. So x1, y1 would be here. x2, y2, we always let be this guy, xy. And r is our radius. It's also our distance, so we're going to call that d. So plugging in once again to our distance formula, which you should know by heart because it will help you remember your circle formulas. Instead of d, I write r. Okay, then we have the square root of what? X minus h squared. Very good. And then y minus k squared. Good. This essentially is the equation of a circle, but we don't like to leave the square root like that. So we're going to square both sides, and I like to switch the r over to the other side. So we're going to have r squared equals x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. This is the standard form of a circle with a center at hk, remember. And radius r, always r for radius. Also called the center radius form. Now I want to point out once again, if I give you the equation of a circle in standard form, in this form, you can just look right at whatever's being subtracted from x is the x coordinate of the center, whatever's being subtracted from y is the y coordinate of the center, and whatever's being squared on the other side is the radius. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please remember to like it.